I don't know why, but you are watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City The Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes, superpowered intrigue doesn't stop at the grave. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 1, beginning crowdfunding Memorial Day 2025.
Hey, yo, what's up, people? You know what's happening. It's noon. It's Friday. It's time for What's Your Issue? And although I've been known to have many issues, this show ain't about me. Got the camera work. I spent all morning messing with tech, having the internet go in and out, blah, blah, blah. It's been horrible. But yeah, camera's working. I'm back. And yeah, ain't necessarily pretty, but I'm back. Okay, so we have a guest today whom I've talked to before, but never really had a chance to talk a lot about his project. So today, What's Your Issue? We hand the microphone to Dre Burkley. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be here.
It's going awesome. And just to get it out of the way, it representing everybody in the madness, thank you for your service.
Oh, well, thank you for your support.
We got to have you, or we ain't got us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Freedom is not free. That's one of my favorite lines. I've used it for many, many, many years. So, you know, it's the voluntary service of people like you that keep a lot of us safe and a lot of the rest of the world freaking safe. So, you know, thank you. And with that out of the way, we should jump over and say hi to the people in the chat real quick. We got Woody over there. Woody, he's one of our regulars. Love having him there. Levi, my co-host and partner in crime, the Art of Victor Medina. What is up? Good to see you, man. We got people watching. We got people watching in other places. Ghost Pepper over on Pilled. I haven't checked in with Rumble yet, but we will. But like I said, today we're talking about your issue, and I think your issue is a comic book named Pantheon.
Yes, it is. Pantheon is a creation that's very near and dear to my heart. I kind of took a hiatus from drawing and creating for many years, and one day my wife found all of my old drawings and was like, "Hey, why aren't you doing this?" I'm like, and you know, I just stopped. She's like, "Oh no, we definitely can't do that." So the very next day, she showed up to the house with mechanical pencils and notebooks and everything else, and she was like, "Here you go. Go ahead, get back after it." So I give her all the credit for how far the project has come, because if she didn't say anything, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you guys.
Well, and you see that kind of stuff. Family is important, and you know, like support in the home when you're trying to do this kind of work aside from your regular work. I know it's time consuming. Sometimes it takes time away from the wife, the kids, whatever, you know. And we appreciate that you're willing to do that, and that she was like, "Hey, man, get up out here and do this for the people," you know, because, man, comic book fans, we have been neglected by the people who brought us in years and years and years ago. We need indie comics. We need people making new stuff, man. You know?
100%, 100%. And that's exactly what I aim to do with my universe. I designed an entire universe. I have over 230 characters. I designed the entire cosmology, all their interconnecting and interweaving storylines, all their bios, everything from beginning to end. So, and all my characters are original ideas. I have my tropes, of course. I have my Superman tropes and whatnot. But other than that, everything is from the ground up. And I'm a very diverse person when it comes to comic books and anything that I create. So I have something for everybody.
You sent me a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I kind of separated it like page art and you know, and separated it up so that we could show it as you call it up. When you want to see covers, let me know. I'll throw them up so that people can see them. You know, characters, whatever you want, just let me know so I know what to show the people. If you sent me a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, man, I have so much material. It's crazy. So, like I said, like my issue one,
240 characters for this thing already, for your universe already, or something when we were talking.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you were to go onto my Omni Comics Instagram page, all of my characters are published there. But I have characters that are teenagers. I have characters that are kids. I have characters that are adults, female characters of all different ethnical backgrounds, cosmic beings. I have biblical characters like Judah and Cain. Like if I'm into theology, mythology, whatever I can do in order to make something more interesting, I go ahead and throw it up. Like that image right there. You have Pantheon in the top left-hand corner, followed by a couple other characters that I designed. Pantheon is the main one that's up there. I got him up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
That's
times.
our dude. Yep. That's our dude right there. Yep. But I'm looking at this like this is a small portion of the characters you've created for this universe. I'm just like, that blows me away. You get the people that make a universe and they make some characters and some support characters, and then bring stuff in as they go, right? You're going to pop with this thing ready to go from the get.
Yeah, I have everybody already ready to go. Only thing I need now is to finish scripting everything out and get them out there and get them illustrated, and then books are on the way. So it's been slow coming, but it is absolutely 100% moving. And then with Pantheon being the first flagship character, his books are going to introduce him to a universe where heroes already exist. So even though those other characters' books aren't out yet, they're already established in Pantheon issue 1.
Nice. All right, so this the fam? Who are these?
That is his fam. So you have his father, which is Eric, his sister, which is Saya, and then his mother, which is Isis. And then they have their dog Rex. And the woman in the background, which is the purple woman, her name is Vale. She's the attendant to the artifact that gives Pantheon his powers. So his normal name is Ashton Adams.
Nice.
And he's half Italian, half Cameroonian.
The thing is amazing, man. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on here. There's one of the cover pages.
Yeah, and I wanted to make out for this cover, I wanted people to highlight the fact that he's still a kid. He's only 17 years old when he gets his abilities. And for some reason, he thought he could take his cell phone and his food in the upper atmosphere. And then this is what happens to it.
Wouldn't it get a little cold, a little frozen?
Yeah, everything just floats away and freezes up. So he's just like, you know what? Forget it. And he just sits there and just floats around thinking like, wow, I've come from being a normal kid in high school to sitting above the planet looking at the moon.
And you sent me a lot of different pages of him, but with support characters, and they all seem to be different. So you definitely got a lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah, what you see right here is Pantheon isn't actually a part of a team, but for a small stance, he actually helps that group of teenage heroes called the Rebels. So the Rebels are my premier teenage superhero team. They're along the lines of, say, your Teen Titans or Young Avengers. And each of them have their own abilities and their own ethnic backgrounds. You have Senpai in the back, with the one who's kicking. He has he's a master of every martial arts on the planet. Then you have Lynx, which is the one that looks like a cat. He's Mexican and gets his powers from his family was cursed or blessed in some instances by the Mexican jaguar deity. Split is a kid down there with super speed. Rubik's is the one down at the bottom left. She's a abnormal, because I don't call them mutants or metahumans in my universe. If they have powers and they were born with them, they're called abnormals. She's an abnormal that can create any size Rubik cube, which is like a 3D cube, very similar to Sue Storm. She can use them as projectiles, force fields. She can fly on them. She can build them up together like a Tetris block, Rubik's cubes, etc. So that's her whole reason why her name is Rubik's. Then you have the other character right above her, which is Gladia, which is the daughter of Hercules. And then you have Daylight, which is the character that you see flying above. In the background, though, is a character named Project Eschaton. So he's a homage to Hulk and Doomsday. And he is a character that was designed by the government in order to keep abnormals in check.
In Texas. Texas is big, but can it contain all the abnormal?
Well, no, not Texas. I said keep the abnormals in check. He is
You said keep them in Texas. I'm like, how are you going to keep them in Texas?
Oh no, yeah. So he's actually a personal relative to Pantheon. They just don't know that yet. That's something that comes later. But he is an amalgamation of almost every superhero or villain that they can get a DNA sample of on Earth. So if they were out there fighting and spilled some blood, the government ended up taking that up and then trying to formulate Eschaton. So yeah, that right there is a picture of Pantheon being surrounded by some of his rogues gallery, because he has a lot of characters that go after him.
So yeah, this is the other thing. You didn't just build, I mean, you built it all. He's got a complete rogue gallery right from the beginning, and he'll encounter more and more people as time goes on. Dude, how do you decide who's going to be first?
Oh, that's relatively easy. So the first person is the first person that he has to deal with is the first villain you'll see in issue 1. So I want them to go according to power scale. So with Pantheon, even though he has all of these abilities, being that he is in my universe, he's what's called a prime being. So he is one of, there's 12 guardian gods or governing gods. They're called the over gods. So the way the cosmology works is you have he who is, which is the supreme god. Then you have the abstracts or the concepts, which are like your order, death, chaos, etc. And the leader of those beings is called the overseer. The overseer is the right hand of God. Well, directly under those beings are called the 12 governing deities. Those deities are commissioned with creating the multiverse. So their only jobs is to create, watch it flourish, and then destroy it once it's run its course. And then once that's over, they go back and redo the whole thing over and over again. So one of those gods, his name is Vex. They all have the suffix Eris. So Vex Eris is sick of just watching. He believes that it's become mundane. So he starts to kill off the other 12 and assimilate them. As he's doing that, the remaining members end up putting their essence into an artifact and sending it to Earth. That artifact is what gives Ashen his powers and makes him Pantheon. So as his powers go on, a lot of his powers are based off of his own perception of himself. He doesn't know that he's as powerful as he is. So he's kind of like, since he's a kid, he doesn't think he can hold up a candle to some of those heroes throughout the world. So what he does is, say if he was to get hit by a baseball bat, he would think that that baseball bat actually really hurt him, even though it really shouldn't have.
Right.
So a big thing with him is, as he learns his powers can grow, but they don't grow so abnormally crazy to where it's like, if one day he's moving semi-trucks, the very next day he's uprooting continents. His powers progress like a human body does as you're working out. And again, he doesn't know, he thinks that he's walking around with a 9mm, but in actuality, he's walking around with a nuke. So as he's fighting
but
he
will find this out, right? So as he fights different people, he realizes, damn, I'm a little bit better than I thought I was. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
right? 100%. and
like,
you know,
like that picture you have up there, that image you have up there, a lot of those characters are actually really, really powerful, but I want to point out one specifically. The guy in the top right that has no shirt on, he has the gold helmet with the horns. His name is Moloch. He's actually a fallen angel. And the reason why he doesn't have his wings is because Vex, the other god, pulled his wings off. But that character is abnormally powerful, like extinguishing stars powerful. And he's a member of Pantheon's Royal Gallery.
Oh man, how's he gonna deal with that? Not until he's ready. You know, I like the way that you're gonna progress him and grow him and have him learn his powers, kind of like Smallville, where Clark went through and he gained one power after another as he was growing up, right? Not so much like that, but learning how to deal with them all and control them all and everything all at once as he dude, this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the story here, man. I want to see how this all plays out. You know?
There's even portions in the series where, like, he has the image you showed earlier with the purple female behind his family. That is his attendant, and she's his mentor and trainer. So she actually guides him through how to use his powers, but her job is to maintain a certain cosmic balance. So she can't tell him like, hey, you know you can collapse a black hole. She can't do that to him because she don't want him running around doing that stuff. Right. So what it is she mentors him slowly. She spoon feeds him piece by piece as he needs to go. She's also embedded within the orb. That character right there is
you can keep talking about her. I'm just getting you ready for the next part.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. So so she spoon feeds him his information. And she tells him how the cosmic, how hierarchy works and how everything is supposed to be in a harmony of balance. And being that he is a prime being, there can only be 12 of those prime beings. Now those beings are the only ones throughout the entire multiverse. So that means that Ashton is the only Ashton throughout my entire multiverse. He is a fixed point. So there's never going to be a storyline where Ashton is going to meet another Ashton, or Ashton will meet a future Ashton. If he was to go to the future, it'd be the same him that came from the present.
There you go. There you go. I've never been a big fan of the multiverse and alternative universe and alternative timelines and all that. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Those are what if stories.
Mhm.
You know, remember back in the day, Marvel did the what if comics. All the stuff they're doing today are what if stories. There's stuff that they did back in the day. What if this happened? It happened in an alternate timeline. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like they were just like this. What happened? What if? And they never
Like
tried to make
there's
it
even
legit or canon or anything. And now it's like everything is a what if story and it's canon. And it's like, come on, man.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So with him out of my characters, he's one of those characters that is a focal point. He's the only pantheon throughout the entirety of the multiverse. No matter what dimension he goes in, it's only him.
Yeah, cool.
And he'll never meet another one. Which is kind of funny in certain aspects. Like there are villains in my rogues gallery for him. One of them is named Paradox. Paradox can control certain aspects of time. Pantheon is unfazed by the passage of time. It goes back to his perception. So he can be 17, or because his birthday comes up and he's 18, he thinks he's 18 years old. But in actuality, he can be whatever age he wants to be, or he can never age again, being that he is a fixed point.
Day 17.
Yeah. So there's instances where Paradox, or not even Paradox, say a villain tries to manipulate time. Pantheon, it's a comedy type instance where Pantheon won't know what's happening. Like, okay, well, what is this guy doing? To him, nothing's happening. But to that villain, he's altering time.
So I pulled this one up a minute ago because I got wowed by the art. Who did this?
I would have to go into my Instagram to find him, but he is an artist from overseas, does phenomenal work. He also does a comic book for. He does a comic book for a buddy of mine named Malcolm McFadden. Malcolm has a book called Avora Lee, the New Breed, and this artist does that book for him. It's phenomenal artist, amazing work. Every page looks like that. It looks very captivating. The character you see right there is Pantheon fighting Imperius. So Imperius is the other god that was killing off his kin and absorbing them. Once he absorbs 5 of them, that's what he ends up looking like. He ends up looking like this big red Goliath, hulking-like character. He's basically I'm not going to say an homage, because he was based off of Hordak from He-Man. That's where my inspiration for Pantheon came from, which was He-Man. But if you were to put him in a representation of like a Thanos or Darkseid themed character, his title is the Mad God Imperius. He wants the orb that Pantheon has inside of him in order to achieve a power higher than the concepts that I named earlier. So he wants to have nobody on his neck but he who is, which is the absolute God of the universe.
Now, I'm not sure what Levi's asking here. I think Levi's just mad because your character won't end up in the Arlington Cemetery for Heroes that he's writing about.
And then somebody just commented, if your character is alive 1,000 years from now, why should he worry about anything?
Yeah,
okay, so
he's here.
Okay,
I'm here, Andre. Yeah, so
right.
So yeah, I'm like, why? If I know your character lives 1,000 years, and I'm reading a story 1,000 years in the past, there's no consequences for any of the adventures. He's obviously survives every single adventure and lives for 1,000 years, right?
That's okay. So to answer that question, so can he live for that long without ever having an incident? I mean, without any incident, yes. But can he be killed? Absolutely.
Right.
He can be beat to death. There's a lot of characters in my universe that Pantheon has a habit of punching above his weight class. He has the kind of mentality during a certain part of the book where he acts like Terry McGinnis. He just rushes in and does things that isn't very well put together for his health. But
Right.
he has a very big chip on his shoulder when it comes to doing the right thing, even when nobody is looking. His mother is an attorney. His father was a soldier. I'm sorry. So he believes that he should do what's right and protect people regardless. Now, to say that he will be alive 1,000 years, that's not certain because he can be killed. Now, if nothing ever happens, it's kind of like Uatu the Watcher. Yeah, he'll just sit there and just be alive. But if he was to run up on one of those characters, like Moloch, for instance, they can beat him to death.
Right. I was just saying that when you go to the future and you meet your future self, that's always a big downer for me because I'm like, okay, you just met your future self, you know, versus you going to the future and just being you at that current age.
That's what he was saying. His character will never meet his future self or past.
I was agreeing with it. I like your take on that, Andre. I was agreeing with it. Yep.
It's wonderful stuff.
I'm not. He doesn't get, even if he was, when he goes, there are certain storylines where he goes into the future and he meets heroes that he knows in his current age, and they're all adults or older, etc. And they're looking at him like, "Why haven't you changed?" Like, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know how his powers work. So he doesn't end up getting the totality of how his abilities work until much later on in the series. There's a long progression with him. Hell, in the first like 2-3 issues, he doesn't even know he can fly. He doesn't even really know he's bulletproof. So
see, that's what I was saying. It kind of reminds me of Smallville, the way they slowly let Clark realize what his powers were. You know, it's like he couldn't fly right away. He didn't have heat vision right away. He had to learn all that stuff. Or as it came on him, he had to learn to control it. Right?
Yeah,
but he didn't
that's exactly what happens with him.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's my favorite
and
part of Smallville was that they went back and they showed us his progression as a kid, a teenager, you know, to him.
Yeah. Being that his powers are derived from what they are, he controls the building blocks of creation. So, and that means anything underneath the guise of he who is. So even if it's like an apparition or a demon or anything like that, Pantheon has the ability to hurt it. He just doesn't know that. So, like, say if he was to run up on a character with the same, Ghost Rider, for instance. Ghost Rider is immune to almost anything except for holy or demonic weaponry. Well, Pantheon, being that he is made from a celestial and cosmic nature, he has the ability to hurt somebody like Ghost
Rider. Nice. Let me see.
Now he don't know that. If he, as a 17-year-old kid, let's be honest, if he saw somebody like Ghost Rider, the first thing he's gonna think about is fear. It's a skull on fire. So like he has a comedic sense like that, as if it was a real person. Like, let's be honest, if you saw that, that's you not going to just, oh my God, look at him. He's like, no, you gonna run or you gonna scream.
Yeah, I'm checking this out. It's like, now you also sent me a bunch of page art, but I wanted to ask you all these different, these are all different people who drew these.
Yes, right? Those are all different artists that did those.
So is it like fan art that people just draw, or did you ask some people, hey, would you give me your version of their character? How did that work?
Yeah, a few of them are fan arts. The majority of them, though, are commissioned. Like, I wanted to see what my character would look like in their art style.
Yeah, I've done that 100 times with this green dude right here. I have people draw him all the time because I want to see their style of what he would look like, you know. So I totally get that. That's cool. You also sent me a crap load of page art. Page art. Now, how much of this do you actually want to show? Is it all good or?
Oh yeah, you can, because all of that page art they can find on my Kickstarter campaign page, because those are only the pages that are done right now. So yeah, you can absolutely show those.
Now that campaign, when does it go live?
It goes live January 21st.
21st. Okay, hold on now. Do you have a sign up link for that? I don't have a sign.
Yes, I thought I thought I sent it. I can actually get it for you though.
Send it again real quick because I didn't see it. And I want to get it in the chat so people can go sign up.
All right.
Oh no, you sent me so much stuff. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, man, I got so much stuff. Like if you, and then not only do I have a lot of material, I can sit here and I can explain everything from every character from A to Z. There's no plot holes. There's no pauses or anything in between their storylines. I have no problem with speaking about it and letting people know where it is. Like
right there. Go sign up, everybody. That's what I'm going to do before.
Oh, you already have the link?
Yeah, I found it.
All right.
Notify me. Yes, notify me when this launches. Thank you. All right. See, I signed up. It was that quick.
Appreciate it. I'm praying that it goes ahead and gets fully funded because, like I said, this is the flagship to my universe. But he ain't the only one that got a book coming. I got a lot of them that I'm trying to get out.
Ooh.
And again, I got something for everybody. So
most excellent. From zero to hero. Just like that. 52 people so far. Yeah. Let's get that thing up. Let's get some more people on that before the 21st, yo. Please share that out. Tell the world. Tell your friend. Because, hey, you never know. You know, you got to tell everybody because there's going to be somebody that's going to like it, you know. And if you are a supporter of indie comics, you should always be hitting that share button. Always. It's just the way it is. All right. I want to show some of this page art. I want to show it.
Oh, yeah. So
the
concept that the Orb of Theon. So the concept that I came up with for the Orb, once the 6 gods that managed to get away from their elder brother put themselves into that orb, and it was sent to Earth. The only reason why he can't follow it because he doesn't know where it is. So that orb is actually the meteorite that destroyed the dinosaurs. And in my universe, like I said, they're not called mutants or medicants, they're called abnormals. When that orb lands on millions of years ago, it ends up radiating the planet, and then over the progression of the evolution of humans, that's why abnormals are born. So people end up getting powers because this orb radiates the planet for so long.
And there it is, the dinosaurs. Boom. Now,
and then you can actually see while they go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you know what you're saying.
Okay. So you can actually see Vale, the intendant, because she's attached to the orb. She lands with it. So then when she goes into basically a hibernation, because the orb is dormant until it finds somebody that it wants to go to. When she goes into a hibernation, you can see that the orb is radiating the soil and everything. And then that bottom panel, you see how some of the cavemen have glowing eyes. And they have the glowing eyes because they've been affected by the radiation from the orb itself.
Nice. See, now that's one of those things where, were there cavemen when the dinosaurs, or was there like some years went by while she was hibernating?
Oh yeah, years went by. There's a progression.
I can't read that little writing, so I can't tell if it lets people know that time went by.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it found someone.
Yep. So that's when the orb actually finds him.
And is he like totally freaking out or what? Because
oh yeah, he has no idea what's going on. He thinks she's an alien. Like he is terrified of what's happening right now.
Well, she kind of is an alien, isn't she?
Yes, theoretically, she is a basically an AI for that orb. So once he becomes one with that orb and it changes his physiology, she is the voice in his head. So not only is she his teacher and mentor, she's basically like his translator and everything else. So they share a knowledge. If she wants to come out, she can come out and look like that. If she wants to come out and look more human, she can. or if he wants her to come out, be solid, and look more human, he can force her to do those things. But there are a lot of portions where she's just talking in his head and he's talking back to her, but he's talking out loud. So people are looking at him like, yo, what are you doing, dude?
All right. So who's your interior artist? Who's doing that?
So this one was done by a Samuel Marquez. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. So he is the interior artist for the whole book. And thus far, he's done one of the projects that I know that he was doing was for, it's called Project Noesis, and he was doing amazing art for them.
We know Paul. We know Paul Thayer. Good dude. Good dude. Yeah, that's a good book too, man. Good stuff. Good. I like it. Now, is this before Powers or after Powers?
This is before Powers. So being that he's a military brat, Ashton is fairly decent in judo, boxing, and wrestling. So he, like I said, he has a big issue with bullies, and he believes in doing what's right regardless. Well, one of his childhood antagonists, basically a bully of his, more so of a bully verbally than physically, but he was being bullied by a local street gang. So Ashton intervenes and stops them from bullying him, which actually backfires on him later on. Like the actual bully gets mad at Ashton helping him. But it was this act and the way that he was raised by his family, like the values that his mom and dad installed in him, that ends up bringing the orb to him.
Okay, I got another question. Is the cat mask on dude's shirt a Easter egg for your character, the cat?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm just checking because he might have been wearing a cat shirt. I mean, he might like the bad guys. Yeah. I mean, he's in a gang. Why wouldn't he? Right? I mean,
Yes. So the orb ends up finding him and bringing Vale to him because of the act of Ashton was willing to put himself in harm's way to save someone who's always put him in harm's way.
There you go. Now, you might want to ask Samuel, though. You might want to ask him, hey, man, is that an Easter egg on dude's shirt? Artists are known to do that, man. Just put little things in there that, people find, I mean, at first I was like, oh, Batman. No, that's not Batman. It's a cat, and you have a character named the cat. So,
yeah, you'll definitely see some Easter eggs in issue 1 that will lead to other books and also issue 2.
Cool. And then there's this page. This one looks like it has much more in-depth history and stuff too.
Yeah. So when the orb originally landed on Earth was millions of years ago, but Vale woke up around the time of that World War. So she watched human beings do all of this. And that's the reason why you see the little frame of Hitler and etc. So she watched all of this happening and she felt like, human beings were unfit, but the orb chose to be on Earth. So she has to respect the orb's wishes and sit there with it. So she got to watch like that nuclear explosion going off, and you can kind of see it in her eye of it going off. But yeah.
That's cool, man. So you went from like, I just draw to your wife pulling you into this, and now you look like you're having a good time and you're getting out. Oh, yeah. You're getting that story out, man, that been inside of you for how long?
I actually came up with the idea that now, as far as me coming up with characters and whatnot, that's been forever. But I actually came up with the idea for Pantheon probably about 2021, and I made my entire universe. October 2021? I started with Pantheon, and I finished my entire universe by July of 2024.
Damn, that's dedication. That's dedication to the job, man. I like it. That's something you learned in the Army?
Yeah, and I'm obsessed with the journey too. A lot of my characters do have military. A lot. Not, I'm not gonna say a lot of them. A few of them do have military based themes, but I'm obsessed with the journey. Like I like creating. I've helped my friends with certain storylines and plot points. So like I enjoy doing that, and it comes as easy as breathing. So.
All right, I'm gonna ask Levi if he'd do me a favor. Levi, will you pull up his Instagram, please? I don't have Instagram, or I do it, but Levi does, and I could probably get him to pull that up for me, and we can take a look at some more stuff.
Okay.
You know, that's why we have backup. See, that's why we have backup. But yeah, this thing looks really good, man. Thank you, Levi. Appreciate you, my friend. Go ahead and just scroll on through. Just show us whatever you want. Levi. You got control, bud. And you just talk about what he's showing.
All right.
You start doing. Oh.
Okay, so right there, those are characters that go to a graphic novel that me and a couple other characters are working on. Me and a couple other creators. We're doing a 120 page graphic novel coming out later this year. It's called Calamity, an Indies comic event. And the main character of that is that guy you see with the spear. His name is Abaddon. But the way he looks right now is because there's something called the Heart of Corruption, and he embeds it in his chest. And then that's what ends up doing that. So those little green creatures are like the watchdog for his foot soldiers.
All right. So I realize that you got a thing you got to go to. Get out those last, anything that we didn't cover that you want to make sure that people know, get that stuff out. And is that ceremony for you?
No. I'm actually
just checking, because I was going to say congratulations.
Yeah, I'm actually reading off the publish of orders for somebody else.
Okay, cool. All right. So like I said, it's like you got a few minutes left. If there's anything we didn't cover, drop it on the people.
Just follow along, please, at Omni Comics on Facebook, Omni Comics on TikTok, and Omni Comics on Instagram. On Instagram, I have a lot of my characters up there. My Kickstarter is already in pre-launch and will go into full launch January 21st. Let's see if we can get fully funded, so we can get that first issue out there, and then we can be on our way.
Do you know what your funding goal is going to be?
The funding goal currently is at 5,000.
Okay.
So if within 30 days, if I can hit that mark, that'd be splendid. And that's because Pantheon issue 1 is actually a pretty lengthy book. It's about 32 pages.
Right. Cool. All right. Thanks, Andre. Appreciate you coming out, hanging out with us, and telling us about your campaign. We will promote the hell out of it the whole time. The 21st. Do you have a launch party set up for this?
No, I do not. Not currently.
What time of day do you plan on hitting the button?
So let me look at the 21st is a
Tuesday.
Go back to this calendar. Yep, it is a Tuesday. So I'll probably hit it at noon on the 21st.
Noon on the 21st. Okay, then I will make sure that we have Lori talk about it a little bit during Tuesday Morning Brew. We'll drop the link as soon as you're live and let people know, because that's what we do, man. The promotion is the key. You got to get it out there, get it seen, and that's my job. So, what's up, Matthew?
All right, I appreciate it.
You bet.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You know it, man. You have a great day, and congratulate the people you are sending up for me. Just tell them the Madness loves what you guys do. That's all.
And I thank you for having me. This was a blast. I really enjoyed this.
Hey, I asked you if you can get in the head of that character, because we have, we have them other shows that, we break the fourth wall with the character. You see what I'm saying? We ain't talking to you about your journey. We're talking to the character about his. So if you can get inside Pantheon's head, man, we can do a fourth wall interview with him too.
absolutely. We can set that up too. But thank you. I appreciate you for having me, and it's been a pleasure.
You bet. Have a great day, and again, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support, and you too.
All right, everybody, there you go. Now, he has to go to a promotion ceremony and give somebody some ups. So, ain't too many people better than giving ups than this guy. We appreciate you, Andre. You have a great day. For the rest of you, hey, it's Friday. We got a full schedule tonight, so don't miss out. From Killer Karen, ADHD Theater, Freewheeling Friday. It's Friday, people. Y'all have a great day. Peace.
When a series of shipping disasters points to a mysterious sea monster, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson leave the comfort of Baker Street and board a freighter where they encounter unexpected betrayal and come face to face with the enigmatic Captain Nemo and his submarine, the Nautilus. As they delve deeper into the case, they uncover a conspiracy involving a Russian Tsar with an airship that rains destruction on unsuspecting cities. With time running out and the world on the brink of war, the heroes must use all their skills and resources to stop a massive conspiracy and prevent global conflict. From Eisner-winning writer Mike Barron and illustrator Richard Bonk, dive into the depths of adventure and unravel the mysteries of the sea with the world's greatest detective in Leviathan. Order now at baroncomics.com.
Little president in his sandbox play, build a tower, make it stay. Digging deep through the golden sand, building the future with your hands. Tiny suits and shiny shoes, making plans and making news. Friends all gather to join along, in the sandbox they all belong. Little president from that play, every day a brand new day. Learning, growing your own way, in the great big sandbox that is the USA. The USA. Share your dreams with everyone, sandbox fun under the sun. Big ideas taking flight, with Little Trump everything's bright. Dig a moat, build a wall, in the sandbox he stands so tall. Dreamer dream, builder build, Little Trump your heart's fulfilled. Little President Trump that play, every day a brand new day. Learning, growing your own way, in the great big sandbox that is the USA. Hooray, hooray, for the USA.
Show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave.